Apple's services division has maintained an unyielding winning streak by generating revenue growth for the past 9 quarters. For a company that is about to touch $4 trillion in market capitalization, one would assume that Apple would have an endless successful run, but it's quite the opposite. From canceling its self-driving car endeavor codenamed Project Titan, to the Apple Vision Pro barely making a dent after its launch in 2024, there have been more than a fair share of failures endured by the technology giant. For the past 9 financial quarters, the company has witnessed the rise and fall of various categories, but one of them has always been the anomaly, which is services. Based on our data from Q1 2023 onwards, we have compared the revenue numbers and found that so far, nothing has been able to stop this division's momentum, and during Apple's recent Q1 2025 earnings call, services achieved a new high of $26.34 billion in revenue. A previous estimation stated that Apple's services division alone could bring in $100 billion for the company in 2025, even though the iPhone accounted for more than half of the company's $124.3 billion revenue. The company's smartphone lineup actually recorded fewer earnings compared to the same period a year ago. It is clear that the Cupertino firm continues to be heavily dependent on the iPhone, but what if Apple is going through a rough patch, where it does not seem to be shipping the same number of units as before? We have noticed these trends in the last 9 quarters, and the only time the company has posted positive figures for hardware products is after the newer releases arrive. This trend obviously means that Apple has to rely on fresh hardware launches to keep up its revenue stream, and what if the updated products have little to offer in terms of upgrades or are priced too high? This problem does not appear to be visible with services, as it started off with $20.77 billion in revenue for Q3 2023. Indie ended up with $26.34 billion in Q1 2025. Statistically, that is a $5.57 billion revenue growth that has been attained over a period that is a little over 2 years. Best of all, this sector is now bringing in more revenue than Apple's Mac and iPad lineup combined, and given that services is estimated to bring in $100 billion for the company in 2025, making up 25% of the total revenue, one can conclude that it is a workhorse. Of course, there are many more quarters to come, so we will monitor if services can keep its winning streak maintained, and if the Q2 2025 earnings call has a different surprise waiting for us, we will update our readers.